I always say, and you always know, this time it's goodbye, Chicago. For now.
Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I am Ryan Yanishadis. Some of you might know me as Ryan Young from a previous podcast. That has changed. I'm going back to my legal name of Yanishadis to honor my dad, who's made me the crazy, obsessed Chicago sports fan that hopefully you guys will all get to know and love. Before we get into what is Hello Chicago Network, let's first getting you to know me. You'll find out a lot of things along the way here with me. But a couple things, bucket list item, I only have one thing, and that is that I want to visit every Major League Baseball stadium. As of right now, I've done 27. I'll be 28 as of this weekend. And we'll down the road here on Hello Chicago Network, we're going to show you, go down that road and path with you. But very excited for that, as we're going to hopefully finish that off in 2025. Maybe 2026 as well. So now another thing about me is sports. I'm a Chicago sports fan, but I rank my Chicago sports team. So that's what I'm going to show you right now. And this is the debut and the premiere of Ryan's Rank. And the first one is going to be how I rank my Chicago sports teams. Let's start, and this is only the four major sports. Let's first start with number 4, and that is the Chicago Blackhawks. I only started watching hockey in 2010 when the Blackhawks started their championship run. And I mean, you got Taze and Kane and all that stuff. That's when I really started to become a Blackhawk fan. Hockey, I kind of fell out of it recently with the rebuild, but now with Connor Bedard and the show, going to be getting back into it. So hopefully I'm going to be learning, falling back in love with hockey. So Blackhawks and hockey are number 4. Number 3, very close to being number 2, and that is the Chicago Bears. Football's never really been there for me because the only team that hasn't won a championship in my lifetime. Hopefully that's going to change. Caleb Williams and the way this team looks. And even after watching Hard Knocks, I'm very excited about the Chicago Bears. So they're very close to being my number 2. Right now they're at my number 3. Let's see if, again, I'm not going to get too hyped about a quarterback just yet. Been down this road, done that. We want to see progression. We want to see wins. And that's what we need to see. And we'll see if they can move up to number 2. Because my number 2 team drives me nuts, and that is the Chicago Bulls. Bulls have always been I was too young. I was born in 91, so I didn't get to enjoy the Jordan years. I was born for the Jordan years, but unfortunately I didn't get to enjoy them. I was a kid. I got to enjoy the Derrick Rose years, which was fun. But I also got to, unfortunately, have to enjoy LeBron James' career and have absolutely annihilating the Bulls every opportunity he got. So Bulls are number 2 for now, unless Jerry Reinsdorf decides to spend money because he's been a cheap owner and you don't put money into the team because they sell out every night, unlike his other team on the south side. But nonetheless, Bulls are number 2, but they have a chance to drop to number 3 if this team rebuilds. But I have a hot take on the Chicago Bulls. We'll be talking about them in about a month. Now, of course, my number 1 are the Chicago Cubs. November 2nd, 2016, the greatest day of my sports fandom. Obviously, they win the World Series in an unbelievable game and a night I don't think I'd ever want to relive. I don't want to relive that night because it was stress. And thank God they came out on top. Something finally went right for the Chicago Cubs. But just because they're number 1 and the way this is ranked, that doesn't mean, that probably means I'm even harder on the teams like the Cubs and harder on teams like the Bulls. And I'm going to be honest here. I'm not going to sit here and sugarcoat things, and especially with the Chicago White Sox as well, because I'm on the outside looking in. I'm not a fan of the White Sox, but I do want to see them do good for the sake of this show. I have to watch them. I want to watch good sports. That's something we haven't had much in the city of Chicago. Let's finally get it here. So my Ryan's Rank, number 4, Chicago Blackhawks, number 3, Chicago Bears, Bulls at number 2, and Cubs number 1, and the White Sox I'm going to be honest about no matter what outside looking in. So that is my Ryan's Rank. What is your rank? How do you rank your Chicago sports teams or your sports teams in general? Please comment on the video and let me know. I want to know, folks. How do you rank your teams? Do you even rank your teams? Have you ever even thought about it? So there you go there. That is the first edition of Ryan's Rank. So you're getting to know me a little bit. You're going to know me a lot doing these shows. So now it's time to tell you what exactly is the Hello Chicago Network. What is Hello Chicago Network? It's the place for coverage of the Chicago Cubs, White Sox, Bears, Bulls, and Blackhawks, plus coverage of Chicago's college football team, the Northwestern Wildcats. Hello Chicago Network will air episodes Monday through Friday exclusively on the Hello Chicago Network YouTube page. At a very special Chicago time to honor the famous area code, all episodes will air at 3:12 p.m. Central. And each day, the focus is on one specific Chicago sports team, and that is why the tagline for Hello Chicago Network is the focus of Chicago sports. And every Sunday, the upcoming week's focus schedule will air on the social media pages. Here is the first week's focus schedule on the Hello Chicago Network.